There's something especially devastating about having a mother wound. Might be biased because that's the primary wound that I've been recovering from. But there's something about being rejected, being hurt, having the opposite of a nurturing, mothering, mother that inflicts a pain and a separation between us and the world that is really hard to put into words. I'm not doing it justice. I wish I could articulate that pain in a better way. It's because if I try to articulate it, I suppose I fear that I'm going to go into that I am still healing, recovering from. And it's not a space that I really want to go through when I'm in a pretty good spot right now. But tapping into that energy of being hurt and having a lifelong wound and being unhappy for most of my life. It's been painful, very lonely, very, very lonely, especially as a man that craves to be masculine and strong and has his armor, a shield. He has walls up. There's so many barriers, so many more barriers, especially socially acceptable ones. We have our walls up. We have our walls up because we have no other choice. In spiritual circles, the breath is everything, right? We breathe during meditation. We breathe to get power. In the way of the superior man, breath is key. Our power as men comes from the breath, the life force going within our lungs, going down our stomach all the way down to our balls. I know that's vulgar, but it's true. The key is to breathe all the way down, all of it. Feel the oxygen course through our bodies. But if you've been traumatized, if you've been, it could be your dad too, your father. But in my case, it's been my mother. I've been breathing shallow my entire life. Being in fight or flight mode and survival mode. Breathing shallow, making myself small so I don't get hurt. That's how I lived my life. It is autopilot. The sympathetic nervous system is turned on, switched on, scanning for threats. Of course, not being able to breathe, either you're a man or a woman, doesn't matter, is a disability, it's a handicap. But for men who gather their energy from their breath, attracting a woman because you're able to breathe in confidently, not these shallow breaths, these shallow, like, I'm scared breaths. You want to be able to protect, to give a sense of safety to your family, to your loved ones. That is why I say the breath is everything. And when you're traumatized, when you've been traumatized, especially by the mother, it's so hard to undo that. I've been on this self-improvement journey for about 3 years, 2.5 years, taking it seriously. And I've been doing a lot of fucking trauma. It's been a lot of trauma work, but also being masculine, being strong, being powerful, reprogramming myself to be that strong, dominant, assertive man. And it wasn't until recently that I've been able to tap into the breath. Imagine how long it's taken me, and me being intentional about it. Like today was one of the first days where I can say that I really breathed with intention. And I felt relaxed. I could feel the presence, the strength gathering within me just by my breath. And that's what I've taken, a breathing course. That I know about breathing, box breathing, holotropic or circular breathing, Wim Hof breathing. I know these techniques, but to apply them naturally without thinking about it is a whole other ballgame. Because I've spent 27 years, well, I'm 28 right now, but let's say 27 years breathing like shit. How are you breathing right now? Is it shallow? Are you breathing like that because you're stressed about your job, finances? Or are you breathing like that because it's been a chronic, lifelong lifestyle that you've had? A pattern of breathing you've had because of the trauma you endured as a child? Is it because your mother hurt you and you tried to make yourself small? It's going to take some time, some practice, but being able to breathe resets our nervous system. When we breathe to our belly, we stimulate our vagus nerve, and our vagus nerve connects. It's the biggest nerve in our body, okay? It connects, I'll put a diagram, but it basically connects everything up to our brain, our ears. Well, there's different connections, but there's various ways to stimulate it. And through breathing to our breath, we're able to stimulate that nerve to tell us, hey, we're safe. We don't have to stay in survival mode and fight or flight. And today, honestly, is one of the best days I've had because I'm breathing. For the first time, I'm really breathing. It's so liberating. I know it sounds stupid because it's just like, okay, you breathe every day, right? But that's the thing. It's one of the few things we're able to actually control the breath, literally calm ourselves down. I don't know if you watched the anime Demon Slayer, but if you haven't, that's fine. But in Demon Slayer, there are different breathing styles. It's literally so much focus on the breath. And I thought that was very interesting. Because I'm like, damn, they're not wrong. Through having control of our breath, we're able to do some amazing things. For example, the Wim Hof, we raise our body temperature. And then we can go into something really cold and be able to control ourselves. We're able to withstand that cold. I do Wim Hof before my cold showers. I could feel my core and my body heating up as I do the Wim Hof. And then I step into that cold shower, feel that shock, but I withstand it. It's honestly super powerful. I don't want anybody to underestimate the power of the breath. It's free, it's accessible, you have control over it. At any point we can do it. Even if we notice ourselves having this shallow breathing, because I'm sure I'm going to shallow breathe again. I know it. It's been embedded in me. I've been shallow breathing for a long time. So of course, I haven't switched over overnight. I'm not done yet. It's going to take a while for me to just naturally breathe like that, but at least I have the awareness now. At least I'm doing my best, and each time I catch myself, I tell myself to breathe. And it makes such a difference. I promise you. Especially as a man, especially as a masculine man. That fell in front of me. Having mastery over our breath, trust me, everything else is going to get better. Like when we go to the gym, what do? We breathe in and we breathe out. We have conscious control over it. At least we should. While we're doing weights, You're exerting the force, you're breathing out. And going back down, you breathe in. Same concept, but now we're going to be doing it all day. When we're around women, let's say women we like, and we start breathing shallowly, what does that indicate? That we're in fear. That we fear her. We fear the feminine. When we breathe deeply, relaxed, confident in our power, we're able to attract that woman, right? She's able to sense from us that we are safe within our own bodies, that we feel powerful within our own bodies. Of course, that's going to attract the feminine. She's attracted by your safety. A man that is safe in his own body, that is able to embody the masculine, is able to express his most masculine expression, is extremely attractive to the feminine. And the breath is something we can work on for free right now. It's something we have control over. It's not something we have to fork over thousands and thousands of dollars for. It's something we can search online. I've taken a breathing course almost a year ago. So I know about holotropic breathing. I know about box breathing, Wim Hof, etc., etc. But it wasn't until recently that I began breathing naturally, more like that. Because you can know all these techniques and not apply it. Or just apply it when you're meditating or certain parts of the day when it should be something done at all times. Can you imagine how powerful, how confident, how strong, how safe you're going to feel when you have mastery over your breath, when you have mastery over being in your fight or flight or in your thriving mode? Can you imagine the type of life you'd have with that simple shift? And I say this about men who have these mother wounds, who have these traumas. It doesn't have to be the mother wounds specifically, But I say with a mother wound especially because the mother is supposed to give us that nurture, that safety. And when we don't have that, I guarantee with a deep core mother wound, there's a lot of shallow breathing. So let's reclaim that power. Learn how to breathe properly again. Harness the power of our breath. Or at least gain the awareness from it. Because it started for me with awareness. And now I'm starting to reap the benefits of that awareness. It really does make a difference. I honestly, it made me so happy realizing that. Like I could almost tear up right now because of just what a big difference that breathing makes. What a big difference that I couldn't do this simple thing before. That I was breathing shallowly 24/7. And that made me anxious. It put me on edge. I was always on edge because my body felt like I needed to be on edge. I was conditioning myself to be on edge. So that's what I have to say about that. I hope this has helped you out. I'll see you on the next one. Please like and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more content like this. Any tips, tricks, whatever it is. I have a lot. Oh, there's a gnarly spider up there. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm like, that's pretty cool. I wonder if I could comment below if you can relate to the shallow breathing or having that mother wound and noticing that within you. I know I'm not the only one. Who deals with this bullshit, so that's why I'm uploading it. Please like and subscribe. This helps get the message out. I currently have some spots open for coaching Saturdays and Sundays. It's going to be for very limited time, very limited spots. It's because I really try to take a one-on-one individual approach. Everybody's different. Every individual has their unique characteristics, their unique strengths and weaknesses. So I believe that coaching should be a very individual process. Like, you're different, I'm different. I just know what works the best. So I'm going to give you the best that I have. There's going to be a link down in the description. There's also a link on my About page on my YouTube channel. And I'm not trying to sell you hard on this. I promise you, I know everybody's tired of getting sold to. I'm not selling this hard to you. If we walk away from it and it doesn't work out, that's fine. I'm going to give you as much value as possible because that is literally my mission. I want to give you as much value as possible, even if we don't end up working with each other. Because based off my principles, I only work with people that are 100% in, that are really committed to making a change in their life. I work with people that are tired of living the life they're living and are ready to make a change. I do not sell hard to people. I'm not desperate for money. I'm not desperate for clients. I do not do that. I work with people I vibe with, and more importantly, someone that you vibe with. I want you to see results. I want you to get your money's worth. I want to see you in a couple months be like, holy fuck, the way I did when I started making changes to my life, when I started feeling better, when I started feeling more confident, more powerful, when I started to feel like a real spiritually masculine aligned man. I want you to be like how I feel right now. Seeing 2 years ago, 1 year ago, I did not feel like this at all. And now I'm here at the park in complete presence. Almost teary-eyed because of how grateful I am. That's how I want you to feel. So I'm not going to sell you hard on it. And maybe we'll become friends. I don't know. Whatever happens. So the link is going to be in the description. Thank you for your time. I'll see you on the next one.